The Y&R Spoilers recap for Monday, April 4, 2022, brings a big proposal from Adam Newman to Sally Spectra, of The Business Persuasion, a moment of truth for Nate Hastings, a huge favor from Ray Rosales to Chelsea Lawson, and Victoria Newman furthering her plan for Ashland Locke. Y&R Spoilers recap highlights well, Adam, Mark Grossman, was all smiles with his new temporary status as the CEO of Newman Locke. Of course, when Victoria, Amelia Heinle, let Ashland, Robert Newman, know that Victor Newman, Eric Braden, appointed her brother to the position in her absence, Ashland was far less than thrilled. Ashland wasted precious little time running to tell Adam his new place at the company was in name only. After all, he and Victoria would still pull the strings from Tuscany. Of course, Adam couldn't help but wonder how little Harrison would feel about his daddy's misdeeds when he was old enough to find out, and he got called an unmentionable name for his troubles. Later, Adam spoke with Sally, sharing that Ashland seemed rattled and his most recent move came from a place of weakness. Then, Adam let her know that if he became CEO of Newman Locke, then Newman Media would need a new CEO. Fortunately for both Adam and Sally, he had just the person for the job, her. Young and the restless, hockey before her talk with Adam, Sally ran into Chelsea at Society, and the frenemies had a more cordial conversation than usual. However, while Chelsea attempted to take the high road, Sally couldn't help but get in a few digs. One such dig was at Chelsea not being able to take Connor Newman, Judah Mackey, to a Blackhawks game she'd bought tickets to. Since Adam had his hands full, Chelsea faced the possibility of having to cancel the whole thing. Ray Rosales, Jordi Vilasuso, overheard the whole thing, though, and after he complimented Chelsea on her evident happiness, he also did her a huge favor. Uncle Ray would take Connor to the game. Phew. Crisis averted, and it allowed Chelsea to tell Ray how much his pep talks helped her get to such a happy state. Y&R Spoilers recap, Like's work at the Penthouse, Elena Dawson, Brittany Sarpy, readied things for a big celebratory date night and for her and Nate, Sean Dominic. There was just one problem, though. Nate wasn't there. Instead, he was at Crimson Lights commiserating with Billy over Ashland's big cancer lie. While Elena waited for Nate, their neighbors Devin Hamilton, Bryden James, and Amanda Sinclair, Michelle Morgan, stopped by to drop off some housewarming gifts. Although they noticed the date night plans, Elena insisted that they stay. Soon Nate returned without the food he'd gone to get. Then the foursome toasted, but Elena's toast to Nate's new job came out less than enthusiastic. She noted it wasn't every day that somebody gave up their life's work for a job in business. However, in the end, she smoothed it over by mentioning how wonderful it'd be for Nate to work with family. Sure, wonderful. Y&R, tell me you love me. While Ashland tangled with her brother at Newman Media, Victoria spoke with Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, after he stopped by Newman Locke. He took her to task over leaving the country with Ashland. Instead of spilling her whole plan, Victoria reminded her ex-husband that she'd chosen to confide in him, and she promised him that their children would never be exposed to Ashland again after the trip abroad. Of course, when Ashland returned to Newman Locke, Victoria told him exactly what Billy had said with one notable exception. Instead of revealing that she'd told Billy the whole sordid story, she said that Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, had clued in her ex. Then she made Ashland promise that he loved her and that the whole thing was still just a hoax, so Ashland did just that. The Young and the Restless, airs weekdays on CBS. Check your local listings for airtimes. For more about what's coming up in Genoa City, check out all the latest that's been posted on Y&R Spoilers, and for an in-depth look at the show's history, click here. Our poll ad block test, why?